Hey, buddies. How are you today? Ever told you lately that I love you? I do. So this was something kind of fun. I went and had a late night painting stream, and I made this weird thing from a photo I took up at the cabin. I kind of like it. It's kind of funky and weird. Can I focus? It won't focus that close. I think this is about as close as it'll go. There's the reference down below. Now, that was exciting. Alright, let me make sure everything is not screwed up. Okay, sound, good. Audio output capture. Alrighty, if we want to do some tunage. So I think I will hold off until some more folks join us, but we'll get started. I'm talking about the merch, so I made some merch, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to put this up here. This was our last alphabet letter. Letter P. This is also pretty weird. I don't know if you noticed the trend. There's lots of weird stuff. So let me hide that reference. There we go. Cool. So this is the letter P. You may notice I still have to deal with this crappy camera, but got a nice little backdrop going up here, and these are hashtag by Nathan Sherritt, BUY. They're from my thesis show when I had a gift shop, so I thought they'd be fun as a backdrop. So this one's kind of neat. There's a lot of little details and things. And then there's the big swoosh, which is sometimes when I get antsy with all the little details, I make a big swoosh just to swoosh things up a bit. So it's got a cool little tree with like all these roots coming out of it at weird angles. There's another little mountain back there. I don't know what that is. Looks like a cinnamon roll. No, I think it's a rose. I think it's flowers. Yeah, more flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. These are leaves of some sort. Maybe they're from the tree. These are kind of like adobe, I don't know what you want to call them. Houses in the rocks. And just some swooshes and some skies and some florals and even some gradients. Ombre effect. I like the gradients. And all the way behind it are all the morphogenic lines, which are the ones where I try to draw a straight line and then I fail at it. And that creates a landscape. So this was fun too. This was kind of like a procedural thing. I started up here and then slowly added each subsequent line a little bit of a different color to the point where, so it goes from like light blue to kind of teal to cyan to purple to light purple to white all the way up. So today I think we're going to do Q. We're going to let's put you over here for now. I still don't have, I got to figure out a nice hanging system for the pegboard, which I have not yet done. So this again was my late night. What are these? Lilies? Something? I don't know. From the photo I showed earlier. I like these. I didn't know if there was a big time in there when I didn't like them. And I was like, these are stupid. And then I just kept working at them. And I kind of like how they ended up. coming out. Which just shows, I guess, sometimes if you just keep working through it, you'll figure it out. And other times you just work it to death. But I like this. First, though, because it was so messy, I was trying to figure out how to make these stand out in the foreground. And I think this, putting in this pure black on the outlines of it here and there really helps it stand out. And then all this stuff in the shadows here, I added some, this was like a big flat mush. So then I started adding some different layers to it for the leaves and the weeds and the grass and things like that. And then back here in the background, there's some more flowers that are just all blurry. And you got some grass or foliage of some sort flipping out. There's a sad little dead flower, another dead flower. Sad dead flowers. Some buds that haven't come out yet. So anyway, I liked it. I thought it was cool. So today, where did I put my paper? Oh, I also got my first COVID haircut yesterday. I was very excited at Lenny's Hair Salon in Marietta. It's awesome. Here's our paper. Let's use this paper. Who's beeping my phone? Bro, you still on vacation? Huh? Man, is it showing up as... He's telling me... So Brian texted me asking me if I'm on vacation because my alerts are coming out as plain air still. But like, it's set up on my dashboard and things as Alphabet Series Q, CMYK Gouache. Nathan Sharrett went live in plein air in the North Georgia mountains. What the heck? Look at that. We'll cover up his name. Why is it doing that? Oh yeah. The North Georgia mountains. That's so weird. I don't know why Twitch is doing that. It really shouldn't be. Let's pause all our backups. I don't get it. I don't know why it's coming up with like that. It's annoying. And I hate it. But it is what it is. So we've got a new Q. I haven't done an alphabet in a while. I was off in the mountains, as we've discussed. And then we went to Megan Mossholder's studio for an art show, for This Is Art show. Studio visit, and now we're back, and I was working on this, so, yeah, I don't know why it, like, what the hell is it from? Oh, I wonder if it's from Restream. I wonder if Restream is sending out the wrong notification. Maybe that's what it is. No, see, Restream even says Alphabet Series Q, CMYK Gouache. I don't know. I don't know. Everything says that it should be fine, but it's not, so I give up. Alright, let's get some tape. Tape. What do we want today? We have 2 shades of yellow. Alright. That there. do I normally do? I normally draw. See, this is what happens. I switch gears and then I forget the hell I'm doing. Where's my big tin can? A tin lid. Hold on. Here it is. Found it. This is my not very precise method of drawing the outlines. Does that look? And then when I try to like go edit these photos and like crop them in the image editor in Photoshop or something, and it's like they're just all warpy and not straight, because this thing is warpy and not straight. But that's how we roll over here in Nateland, in Alienate Land. Go. So I ran out of my paper and my pad. So this is from a larger block that I just cut up. So we'll see how it does. And we need our let's make this nice and neat. Wifey and baby are off. Wifey has Fridays off, not out of choice, but because of COVID hours getting cut. So she's bringing some packages to the post office for my sister who's having a baby. We're giving her a bunch of our baby stuff. A bunch of Elsie's things. And she's going to get her fingerprints done for an FBI background check because Mona, her sister, and their father are reclaiming their Luxembourg citizenship. It's been a really cool thing. I can never remember what the full story is, but at some point in time in history, Luxembourg had some stuff go down, and a lot of their citizens left. So now they were allowing anybody who has a direct bloodline to somebody who left because of that problem to reclaim their citizenship. So Mona, wifey, and Elsie, baby, and her sister and father-in-law, my father-in-law, her father, will have Luxembourg EU passports. So that'll be cool. So Elsie could go over and study in Europe if she so chooses. Or do whatever. Let's see. Did I move this too far? I might have made this too far up so you can't see the palette. Oh well. Too late now. Q. What are we going to do for the letter Q? I don't know. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to get my... Or not. I don't know where it went. My smock thingy. Okay, so for Q's, what do we have? this thing. And what else do we have? That is circular. This thing? No, that's not going to be the same. Got a seltzer can. Oh, here's some more tape. This is a bit bigger. Maybe we don't want circle. We did a circle for the P. Maybe we want square. What do we have that's nice and square? Dismantled everything to go up to the cabin, as usual. And now I don't know where the frick anything is, because I am a scatterhead person. Alright, yeah, let's use this. We'll use this. We'll go. And then what? Maybe we'll mix it up. This. There's always this thing too. This is what I usually use. Be able to do a hybrid. We need something for the Q. That works. My little remote for my lights. Q, that's a weird Q. Alright, what do we want to do with that Q? Apparently I have 500,000 pallets floating around now. What do we do for P? P, we did a yellowish background. Oh, I forgot to turn the alphabet back on. Alphabet slideshow on. There we go. Oh, of course, now this following thing is in the way. Let's move it. Dun, dun, dun. We also did some, what did we do? We did, here we go, event list. That's what we want. We'll move you downtown. Okay. Lock that off. I do have a compass around, don't I? Compass would be handy right about now. Little compass, where did you go? Here. around it, but I need to sharpen it. That's going to be good for the carpet. Let's draw a line. This is going to be the most I've drawn beforehand, I think, on any of these. But this is fun, so we'll make a bunch of these weirdo circles. And we'll tighten it up. Tighten it up a bit more. Compasses are fun. Is that enough? I think so. Okay. Let's do something where we take this and we go bigger. Damn it! No, I don't know where that one was. Here? Here. Make you smaller. Wait a minute. How was this so much smaller before? Look at that. And this is almost tightened all the way up. Did I break something? I probably broke something. All right, I think that's a good start. Hey now, why isn't my P loading up? Let's see if the P loads this time. Get out of here, bug. I don't know what I'm doing. Re-wet everything. Getting some nice stripies out of this. That's pretty cool. I like that. Kind of stripy. Now, do I want to go in between? Not really. Alright, so we just do a little bit of crisscross applesauce. like the stripes though. Stripes are looking good. Stripes are good. Good stripes. Let's let this dry a little bit before we dig into it some more. HIJKLM. Let's see if all the slides show up while we're waiting. And that's a nurse. She says beer me. And some volcanoes and stuff in my little logo, which is over somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. MNO. This is kind of a crosshatched thing. No, the P doesn't show up. Why isn't the P showing up? Fuck you, stupid P. I'm probably gonna have to quit Streamlabs and open it up again before it'll work. Which is not something I feel like doing right now in the middle of stream. Alright, now what are we gonna do with this big thing? This big Q. Questions that need answers. We'll curl around the outside. Why not? Kind of weird. And then we've got all of these things, but maybe I don't. Maybe I don't want to do that yet. Maybe I'll go in with something else. A different kind of brush. That's right. Fluff out your brush. Come on. You know better. Good enough. Good enough fluff. Alright, so we've got little buddies. I like this dimensional effect. I have to decide what I want to do with it now. If I want to just outline it. See, P, why aren't you showing up? Pissing me off, that's what you're doing. Alright, what are we gonna do? Shall we keep up with the cyan and the purple? Just do a little bit of defining. Some definitionating. Beats the hell out of me. Wet hand. Cold hearts, wet hands. Can't lose. I really don't know what we're going to be doing with all of these different circles, but we're going to have fun with them. Should we do like a rainbow? Would that be fun? Like a nice pride rainbow or something? I don't know. Q, Q, Q. Is that it? Q for queer? Okay. And then how much do we want to bring out that linearity. You know, when I only work with 5 colors, it gets very overwhelming sometimes. Which version of these 5 colors am I going to use next? Because then there's also the consideration of, like, with gouache, because everything's rewettable, once you start building your layers and you start adding in extra colors, they're all gonna blend to each other, or you're gonna have to just do opaques over on top of them. And you don't get to play with watercolors too much, but watercolor effect. These aren't watercolors. Like black. Sometimes I start straight up with black, and then other times I wait for quite a while to put the black in. Like this one. This one I didn't put the black in until almost the very end. And it looked really weird the whole time because it didn't really have any sharp contrasts. The blue, the cyan, and the magenta were about as far as it went. But then once you have it on like a washed background, then they don't stand out so well. But it came through. Alright, so what about... let's use some magenta. I like magenta. I gotta stop dipping from the dirty water bottle. Remember to just spray it. That's how you get mush. That's how you get mush. Mushies on the bounty, fire in the sky. That's how that song goes, right? Smoke on the water. Little squiggly lines. Add in some yellows to it. Make it more of a red as we go. So magenta plus yellow. Magenta is kind of a like pinkish, pure pinkish kind of thing, and yellow is yellow. But yellow and magenta will give you a nice rich red. If I can have enough water on it. There we go. We are also finally at 50 followers plus and affiliate, so I'm going to be figuring out the art giveaway soon. So make sure you have your alerts on. Because I'm going to give it away to one of my followers. This odd piece of conceptual art. This is from my graduate thesis exhibition when I made a gift shop for super famous artist Nathan Sherritt, who is a persona I play that also uses my name. So I lasered official artwork, Nathan Sherritt, with my little cartouche. So this is called My First Nathan Sherritt, 2016. Mint in box, My First Nathan Sherritt. And that's it. So I'm giving this away. So this is about $100. one of my followers. Because I love you. And I want to show appreciation for your support in these trying times. What was I reading? Because I'm involved in Push Push Arts and Seedworks and a bunch of other arts organizations and advocacy groups here in Atlanta, my news feed on Facebook is basically like just all activists for the arts activists. And I saw one post where someone was like, listening and learning is the new thoughts and prayers. And I couldn't agree more. Oh, look, I just broke it. Great. Well, anyway, I did this piece in the lasers. I reversed thoughts and prayers that I made into an artwork. This is the leftovers. But I like it, so I keep it up. La 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 la. I can try not to break it again. See, but you get such cool shapes. Like, I kind of want to use this shape for something. I don't know what it is. But I like it. We're going to put you over here. You can hang out there. Smoky on the water. So I'm just pouring a little bit, inching further into yellow zone. The more yellow you get, the more orange you'll get. This is what I love about gouache. Like, all this stuff that's all dried up, just re-wet it. And then it comes back. All right, let's do a little bit of a rainbow kind of thing going on. I like that idea. Do it. We'll start out here. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. This outside one will be like a magenta. It'll be a funky flag. Not necessarily based in reality, but close. I'm going to do a subtractive pigment blend. So the visible light spectrum, here's your lesson from Professor Nate, is additive light. Meaning if you add all the values of 100% red, green, and blue, you'll get white. And subtractive is pigment-based, which means if you add all of the colors together, you should get black. But if you subtract them all, then you'll get white. So that's why I like using this set, the CMYK. And pretty much everything in my world is CMYK. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black are the 4 primary colors for subtractive pigments. Whereas with light, there's only 3. So why is that? Well, light being pure doesn't have impurities. Like, you can dial in specific wavelengths very accurately. But pigments, because they're physical, they have impurities in them. And those impurities mean that if I were to add cyan, magenta, and yellow together, I would not get black. I would get kind of like a muddy brown, which I'm sure anybody who's played with paints has seen. So because of those impurities, you have to add a key color, which is black. So the CMYK doesn't actually stand for the K in black, it stands for key. And then you add white to that, and there's your 5 colors. All the colors you need. Anything else is just showing off. This is awkward. Sorry for having to look at the top of my head. But I can't see anymore. So I gotta get right up on this thing. At least you can't see me making stupid faces like ah. Which is what I do when I concentrate. I actually do this. I go. All my old band videos and things, you'd watch our live performances and I'd just be there playing guitar going like Alright, let's get this real careful down up in here. I rearranged the lighting a little bit. Still working on getting a good balance. But I think it's pretty good. I got studio lighting and I got daylight balanced bulbs above me. So as long as I turn the lights in the room off. I got a soft box over here, and then up here is a work light with daylight balanced fluorescence, and then I got this is lamp. It says, "What's up, I'm lamp." That's daylight balanced also. So at least they're all the same color balance. White point. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, so we got that magenta, so now let's add some red and get some orange. Or some red. That's a pretty good red. Get some orange. Come around the outside. I'm going to leave some of the... I'm not going to fill it in completely because I really like the stripies in the background. So I'm going to make it a little bit wobbly. Red, orange, yellow. Let's clean the brush. Red, orange, yellow. Good. Do some green. Here's some green. Then we gotta do blue. Coming around the corner. My hand is not as steady coming around this side as it is the other side. Orange, yellow, green, blue. Indigo is probably just kind of a tiny bit of... Yeah, that's kind of indigo. Indigo, and then violet's gonna be straight up purple. Purple violet. Purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Gorgeous. I probably should have done this side while I was doing it, shouldn't I? That would have been smart. Well, you know what we can do is we can go backwards. Let's work backwards. This is gonna be hard. It's so small. These lines are so small. Okay, so that's that. Then we've got indigo. Indigo's gonna be cyan and a little bit of magenta. Once again, too small. And then blue, which will just be straight up cyan. Don't trip on me. Oh my god, I like need bifocals all of a sudden. Hold on one sec. Wifey tried calling me, but then she didn't answer, so I don't know. I might have to mute again just to take her call so that she's not talking about personal stuff on stream. Ah, there she is. All right, sorry, hold on. Sorry. Wifey is out trying to get her fingerprints scanned for an FBI background check for reclaiming her Luxembourg citizenship, which is a weird thing. And they were doing temperature checks, and her temperature kept being high. So she doesn't feel sick, and she said there were other people there getting high temperatures as well. But when they got rechecked, theirs went down. So that's weird. So it's hard to tell if she's just extra warm from being outside or she's sick. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. It's just she doesn't feel sick. So no fingerprints for her today. But she is going to be able to go to the post office to send my sister and her husband a whole bunch of baby stuff from Elsie, because they're having a baby in August. And that's very exciting. We're actually going to go up there, and I'm going to be streaming from New York State. Hopefully. Their internet has been sketchy on satellite, but they are like in the process of getting upgraded wired internet, so that's very cool. And hopefully it'll be done by the time we get up there. I'll figure it out. I might have to go to my sister's house to do some streaming. But that should be fun, because then we can do some plein air stuff outside. We can do, I don't know, just nature New Yorky things. I can rope my family into doing some weird stuff, as I always do. My poor family. They're so tolerant. I'm like, let's go do something weird. You want to see what I made my family do? All right. We're going to go on a little trip. Okay. So I'm going to switch over to... Which window is this? There you are. Okay. So we're going to go to my website. NathanSharrett.com. Which, if you are curious, is my portfolio of fine arts work. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the archive and my family portraits. Hope there's no nudity. Here we go. Family portraits. Oh, my sad family. They are so tolerant. So these, 2004, this is when I was still doing commercial art, but I was taking a color printing class at the Center for, what is it called? International Center of Photography in New York City. And so I did color printing, and I was playing with large format Holgas, and I wanted to do a series of family portraits based on protective mantras. I read this interview with Stephen King, and the interviewer was like, you seem like you have such a normal family, like how do you come up with such horrific looking, sounding stories and imagination things? And he was like, well, if I write them, then they won't come true. So I thought that was really interesting, thinking about that sort of protective mandala kind of thing. So I went through at the campground. My parents owned a campground in upstate New York, and my little brother's actually wearing one of our old 1970s t-shirts for Beaver Valley Campground, cabins and campsites, whatever it is. And so I got all my dad's tools. My dad's a tool guy. He builds things, he maintains the campground, he runs it. And all these things that can hurt people, I went and coated my family with fake blood with my dad's tools. And then my dad got really nervous about that, so his is called Dad Keeps His Hands in His Pockets. The end. That was a good little segue. Thank you for joining me. Back to painting. Back to chill painting. Right? Everything's coming up? Yes, good. Okay. So let's finish up this magenta. Being quiet to get it nice and even. Although I fail. I fail at making it even. But that's okay. Part of the game. Alright, now what do I want to do? You know what I haven't really played with is grays. Maybe I want to play with some grays. Let's flip this around so we can see the blacks and whites more easily. We will angle you. Come on, puppy. There we go, good enough. Let's try some gray. Oh, well, apparently we're going to do some magenta grays because I was too lazy to rinse my brush. Sometimes I wonder how many choices I make just because I'm too lazy to do something different in art. I would say that the answer is too many. Alright, so we're gonna outline this thing. Get it in there. I feel like I have to hold my breath to not screw it up. Holding our breath or taking a dump. Just holding our breath. I'm pretty sure on-air dumping is against Twitch's terms of service. There we go. So that's a blackish gray. Let's do this along the side. A nice light, warm gray. As if it were a light source. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna get hopefully I didn't smudge anything. There we go. And then what are we gonna do? A little darker? Well, we're gonna use whatever color this is. Gotta hold my breath. There we go. Yeah, that's weird. Let's go back to light. Light gray. Light gray here. Making a bit of a box. That's good. All these other colors are mixing in there. That's fine. We're fine with that. Fill this in nice and opaque. Opaque. Little bit of a gradient there. Alright, let's go even wider. Let's brighten it up. Oh yeah, this is starting to pick up some stuff underneath. Cool. That's nice. We'll see. I can always go over it again. And then let's do something very dark. And no whammies, no whammies. Not wet enough. Okay. Make that nice and dark, but a little bit washed, translucent. Oops, are you pouring in there? No, you're good. Sometimes if I angle, this is propped up a little bit, and if I angle it, the water just all pours down and then soaks the sponge underneath it. Kind of banded gradient. I want to do this chunko. Maybe I'll leave that chunk open. And I'll come do this chunko. Hold breath. This is nice and thick, so this is going to be nice and flat. So I'll go around this little purple smear. Yeah, like that. How we doing? Make sure our bit rate's still good. Looks okay. Paint check. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Now I just want to make these all black. Or should I go back out and make it reversed? Or make it colored? Let's make it colored. Black, but with cyan. Come here, cyan chunko. Make sure we have enough pigment in there, otherwise it's just going to be a translucent wash. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit more translucent, but that's okay. Something fun about treating like accidental brush strokes is very important in painting around them. It's weird. And all these little nooks and crannies. Yeah. Yeah, that's super weird. I am okay with it though. And breathe. Pull some more white. That's cool. I like the graphic quality to this. dimensionality. Dimensions are looking good. What do I want to do now? Play with the mirror? Yeah. See, I've been wanting to do some things with mirrors and two-dimensional artworks. I really got to start exploring that more seriously. Like allowing the mirror to be part of the actual composition. So like the reflection, like the way this is reflecting this, but it's also blending with what's below it. Kind of giving the illusion that it's one thing. Like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And I gotta figure out how to like attach these things. And then, I mean, I've got a fixed focal point, fixed lens, which you can't really do when things are out in the wild. Unless I make like a peephole or something. The only way you can look at it is through a little peephole. But then you're getting into Yaya Kusama stuff. Because you can't control, you know, like how somebody approaches and looks at the thing. I like that. I just like reflections. If you haven't noticed, I like shiny things. Can I reflect the painting in my glasses? Not quite. Alright, what else? Like that. See, these all just make really interesting compositions just by moving this mirror around. Part of me wants to like paint that, but then that's just, first of all, I'd have to take a picture, then I'd have to draw from the picture, and that would be weird. I'll think about it. What about these little wiggles? Little squiggles. I like those. It's like a flappy bird. Things to think about as we move forward. Alright, speaking of moving forward, what the frick are we gonna do with this thing? Oh, you know what I could do is use some gold. Maybe I want some gold in there. This is acrylic though, so once I put this gold down, it ain't going anywhere. Alright, we're doing it. I should have stirred this for sure. But I didn't. That's how we roll in Alienate Land. I say, hey, I got an idea. Let's see what happens. And then it's usually a disaster. But the disaster leads us to greater heights of understanding Oh yeah, this needs to get stirred. I'm just getting all the binder at the top and none of the pigment. Really want to play with that mirror paint that I saw, along with like black 3.0. They're on my list. On my list when I get some money. Let's slurp that up. There we go. So if you'd like to see me play around with some crazy paints, please consider supporting the channel through any of the links provided upon the screen. I heart you. Ooh, let's get this gold. Oh, gold is so shiny. I do have a foil leafing, a gold foil or silver foil or whatever, like one of those little craft things. It's basically like a laminator, and then you print out what you want to be foiled on a laser printer. So the only funky thing is that I would have to put this through a laser printer, which would crinkle it all to heck. Maybe I should try that someday and just see what happens. You know, take a test sheet. Because what happens is you do the toner from the laser print, and then wherever that toner is, the foil will stick to. And then that's where it'll be your gold foiled, or your gold leafed. Gold foiled? Foiled, not leafed. Leafed is the different. Leafing's a different process. This little gold ring is fun. Kind of liking it. Little gold ring, you are so shiny. Sometimes it's too shiny and I can't see where I'm painting. It's coming along. Holding breath time. Okay. Alright. You can do it. Come on. Okay. Oh, we're starting to not be able to see our lines. What are we going to do if we can't see our lines? Screw it. Too late now. Can't see the lines? Then we're going to paint outside the lines. Look at us being all rebels. Painting outside the lines and stuff. So far, so good, though. I can pretty much see the line in order to give a nice, smooth ring to the gold. There we go. Up here is where it's hard to see. Hold your breath. Okay. Don't hold it too long or you'll pass out. Okay. So I can't see the line whatsoever now, but I can interpolate based on the line that I can see. Don't dip your finger in the paint or your hand. Oh, now we're getting awkward. I don't think my wrist is supposed to be bending this way. Now we're getting to Skinny Town. Hold your breath, get those lines nice and straight. See, I try to do everything the right way. Try to make things pretty and straight and clean and nice. And then I just fail. And then I have failed so often at these tasks that I just don't worry about it. And it actually becomes part of the process, is all of the trying and failing. It's like failure is a material that you manipulate. Just like a paint or clay or whatever. Alright, that's looking good. Cool. That is like model paint to Mia. And I'm rinsing it out in the communal bucket. So now we're gonna have little glitters on everything. Probably. If I was really smart and didn't want that, I wouldn't do it. But I kind of want to see what happens if I get little speckles of gold all over the place. Most likely they'll just sink to the bottom of the bucket and not be an issue, one way or the other. Alright, what is this looking like? So this gold... See, I like that a lot. The way that you start seeing outside reflection, outside reflection. I definitely need to play with this idea some more. Maybe with this one? No, not with this one. This one's part of a series, and they're all flat. But I'll stick it in my brain filing cabinet, where all the other crazy things go. Okay, Q. What should we do for the outside of U? Yellow? Alright. Talk me into it. We're going to do a big wash. That's good. Everything else ends up being like trees and mountains and nature and things. So what if I didn't do that for this one? I don't know yet. Still thinking about it. Don't jump down my throat. Trying to figure it out. Okay. Love you. Bye. I just like the squiggles. And the squiggles tend to lend themselves to like natural landscapey kind of things. Let's I don't know what we're gonna do. For now, I'm just gonna put some yellow up here. Because it feels like it wants some yellow. What a lovely line. Lines are nice. Lines remind me of Solowit and Julie Meritu. Even Eva Hesse, although she was sculpture, but she did a lot of liney things in space before she died from exposure to toxic art chemicals, which is why you gotta take care of yourself when you're arting and use the appropriate PPE. What about this? This thing comes down here. This little shape. Whatever the hell this is. So this thing could be a little bit of a mountain thing. And then it would curl up. Yeah, it would... Well, I'd go up like here. How about like that? Just a little hint. A little hint of something yellow. Take a chance on me, honey, I'm still free. Then I end up just doing like waterfalls and shit, which are good. I like waterfalls, but they show up a lot. See, I told myself with this series I wasn't going to think about things and just allow it to sort of happen, and here I am thinking about things. But maybe that's just the evolution that it takes. Once you get down to Q, isn't that in the middle? Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. M is 13. N, O, P, Q. So I'm a good 4 letters into past a midway point. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Put you to the test. Oh, what do we want to do? Now we're going to do some green. Doing it green. Doing some green. Ooh, there's some magenta in there. So we're going to have some brown. Interesting. This is a little nubbin of white. Yeah, this is a nasty color, isn't it? I like it. Swish, swish, swish. Back and forth. Make it bluer so it's not so brown. Okay. And then we're gonna do up here with this brownie green monstrosity. This is a lovely filbert. I get real nice, smooth, thick lines with this thing. Full of paint. Holds paint nicely. Who is it? Princeton. Snap. Filbert. Made in India. Number 8. Okay. Good to know. Hear my doggo jumping off the bed upstairs. Must have had a good nap. Okay. All right. Let's stick some white on that. White. I'll put some white green somewhere. Let's do it here. Some more white. How thin can you go? Pretty thin. Good job, Filbert. Alright, now we got yellow, green, and gold. Gold and green. Red, gold, and green. Come, chameleon. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. So I've already got pure magenta there. I do like my magenta. What about a purple? Purple would be a nice complement to the yellow, because they are complementary, aren't they? Yellow's opposite purple in the color wheel, isn't it? Alright, yellow. Yeah, I think it is. Orange is opposite blue. That's what I was thinking. Almost thinking. Alright, purpla. Purpella. Let's do it up here. Can't quite see that, but it's purpella. How do we feel about that? There's something I need in that. What do I need in there? I'm thinking I'm gonna eat my lunch. Turning down the microphone so you don't have to listen to me chew. I think orange and then blue. I think orange. That is super washy. Super washer? Supermarket? Needs more red. That's a little better. And what did I say? Blue? Blue, aka cyan. Oh, look. God damn it. You know, I was looking for this for the longest time. And it's sitting right over there. Within arm's reach. That, by the way, is if you are doing any oils or anything on a wood or natural surface, it needs to be primed or it'll make it rot. Also, if you don't prime your surface and it's porous, it'll just suck up all your water and you'll get weird blotches. So anyway, so a good way to do that is to mix this with some water, some Elmer's glue. It's called PVA, polyvinyl acetate. And it's the same stuff that like you can buy in a bookbinders or a book What do they call it? What do people make books? Bookbinding. Yeah, the same stuff that they use in bookbinding is just Elmer's glue, PVA. Straight up, easy to get, non-elitist. Okay, let's use a nice pigmented Chunko. Feel kind of like kite strings, little squiggles. How do I feel about that? Okay. We're just gonna do another line of blue, because I like it. In fact, we're just gonna keep going with that blue, because I like how it's working out. As my baby would say, All right, now what are we gonna do? First thing is I'm gonna go get a drink. Be right back. Alright, got my Duff beer. Just kidding. It's a V8 Energy. Hidden inside a Duff beer can. Look at that. Ah, so sneaky. It's like the opposite. Like when you used to go walk around in public with beer or vodka in a soda can. All right, Burb. You are done. Making messes. Ooh, look at that, too. I like mirrors. And reflections. See if you get them to move. You could put them on a little swivel. And then it would just give you all sorts of cool looking thing. Ooh, look at that. Swish. Just makes it into bands. I like it. Alright. We are now doing something. I don't know what though. Do I want to make like? Do I want to do anything in the background? feel like I want to continue this out here somehow. Alright, we gotta stop thinking about it. Stop thinking. Maybe put your razor back in its case so you don't slash your face off. You are too big. That is too fat. Small thing. Could use a liner. I saw another artist using one called an extended tip, where it's kind of like looks like that. It's like got more bristles in the back, and then it goes into a tiny little line, so you can get nice lining, but with more pigment on it. Because the problem with liners and other things is that they're so thin they don't hold a lot of paint. There's also some more lines in here. Yeah, we're going to do those lines. We're going to do those lines. We're going to do them somehow. We're going to do them with a flat brush. And we want to go Josef Albers on this, because there's so many intersections here. I could do like the imagined overlaps. That seems kind of cool. I think I kind of want to do that. Hush belly, I just gave you food. Alright, so first we're going to do is get some white. And then we're going to fill in this line right here. There. That looks good. Make this nice and smooth. Don't fill that in all the way, so you can see some of that nice background. So now it kind of looks like this circle overlaps this one a bit. Which means I should probably do some white on this side as well if I want it pure mirrored. Maybe I don't. Let's do this brownie yellow. It's like tan or something. So this would be a receding color because it's not very vibrant. But it'll be in the warmer hues and the yellowish hues next to the gold. I guess I don't want this. I like to try to leave spots of the background showing, but sometimes it just doesn't work. That's not bad. That still feels like it's full. Alright, then we're going to do black. black on the other side of this gold should help it pop. Holding breathing time. Sorry if you're looking at the top of my head. I can't see it. I gotta see. Get close to this. This is not going well. Oh no, I made a dot someplace that didn't want a dot. I looked up to see if I was sticking my head in front of the camera again, and then I went bloop right there. Don't let your big fat head distract you from the work at hand. What am I gonna do about that thing? It's fluffy as fuck on this side. Oh my goodness. Well, too late now. Let's do a dark blue. a dark green. Let's put some yellow into this biatch. Blue. Black. And look at that, we just paint right over it. No one's the wiser. Except for everybody who saw me do it. But my word against yours. I don't need your alternative facts. Telling me there's video evidence of what I was doing. Psh. All I gotta do is deny, deny, deny. That's the name of the game these days. Skinny little lines are a pain in my butt. Cool, I'm digging this. Even all the squishiness. I think I'm going to leave the next one open. And then what am I going to do? Let's go black again. The next ring's open, and then this one's going to be black. Kind of like it unfinished. Oh, God darn it. Okay. Am I being too loud? I thought I saw a red in my level meter. Alright, you're gonna have to just look at my head. Sorry. I have to contort my body. Quit beeping my phone. People sending me messages. Trying to work out some jobs. Another artist that I am doing in acrylic. Making her some boxes. Working with acrylic is a pain. Because it likes to break. And you have to use special tools. Like if you just use regular drill bits and saws, it'll snap all to hell. They have to have a special angle to them. To the pointy parts that dig into things. Like normals are like that, and I think acrylics have to be... Anyway. This is very like Memphis school or something. Alright, where's some other interlaps? There's an overlap there. Alright, let's do this. Sploosh. Black. I don't know, I like black sometimes, just a nice sharp dark, sharpy darpy darp. What's about black and yellow? I know that's just mush, but let's see what happens. Holding breath time. Don't screw it up. Not too bad. Mildly screwed up. That's nice. Then maybe we'll just try to fill this up with some more yellow. where to put some more of this. So we'll get dry brushing and stuff up here. Alright, I'm going to take a break for a bit, and then I will come back later today and finish it. Maybe tonight, maybe later. Who knows? It's up for debate. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that like. Kisses! Where's my end frame? Here we go.